The art of memorable communication. Welcome to the Fresh Thinking School of Communication, where we ignite your potential and empower you to excel in your chosen field. Our mission is to inspire and equip individuals like you with the skills and knowledge needed to become the very best in your profession. In today's dynamic and interconnected world, effective communication is paramount. Whether you aspire to be a persuasive speaker, a compelling writer, a skilled negotiator, or an influential leader, the Fresh Thinking School of Communication is dedicated to providing you with the tools and insights required to strive. Our approach is rooted in innovation, creativity, and a commitment to staying at the forefront of communication trends. We believe that fresh thinking leads to fresh results. Through our programs, workshops, and resources, we will help you unlock your full potential and harness the power of effective communication. Join us on a transformative journey where you will discover the art and science of communication and emerge as a true master of your craft. The art of memorable communication captures the essence of a skill that transcends mere words and sentences. It embodies the mastery of conveying messages that linger in the minds of both the speaker and the audience long after the conversation ends. This artistry is not confined to eloquence. It is a holistic practice encompassing various techniques from the clarity of language to the emotional resonance of storytelling. It involves using visuals, analogies, and repetition to make complex concepts accessible and unforgettable. Memorable communication isn't about the moment. It is about creating an enduring impression. In this exploration, we delve into the strategies and nuances that make communication genuinely unforgettable. Memorable communication is the bridge that connects hearts and minds, leaving an indelible mark on both. In communication, it is not the words we say, but the lasting impression we create that truly matters. Effective communication is not about being heard, it is about being remembered. The art of memorable communication lies in turning words into moments. A memorable conversation is like a melody. Its echoes linger long after the notes have faded. Great communicators don't just convey messages, they etch them in the memory of their audience. You will learn the components of effective communication, the importance of verbal communication, and how it enhances the message being conveyed. The vital role communication underscores active listening plays in successful communication. The art of memorable communication is the skill and practice of crafting and delivering messages that leave a lasting impact on the audience. Communication encompasses various techniques and strategies to make communication more engaging, relatable, and memorable. You will enhance your communication's memorability by using various techniques. Employ clear and concise language weave narratives, include visuals, and emphasize your message through repetition. Engage emotions and employ analogies, metaphors, and mnemonics to simplify complex concepts. Cultivate audience engagement by asking questions and presenting a clear call to action. Confidence and preparation are key, as is follow-up to reinforce your message. Remember, it is not just what you say, but how you say it that makes communication memorable. Making your communication memorable is a valuable skill in personal and professional settings. Whether you are giving a presentation, having a conversation, or writing a message, making impression that lasts can be essential. Here are strategies to help you make your communication more memorable. The first strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to be clear and concise. Steer clear of using specialized terminology and convoluted language. Instead, employ simple, direct sentences to convey your message effectively. When your communication is easily understandable, it significantly increases the likelihood that your audience will retain the information. For instance, in a medical consultation, a doctor can opt for plain language when explaining a diagnosis and treatment plan to a patient. Avoiding medical jargon and using clear, straightforward terms makes the patient more likely to grasp the information, remember it, and follow the prescribed treatment regimen. In a business setting, a manager addressing a diverse team may choose straightforward language to communicate new company policies. This approach ensures that every team member, regardless of background or role, can easily understand the changes and their implications, leading to a smoother implementation. Similarly, a researcher may simply simplify complex concepts in academic writing for a broader audience. By avoiding overly technical language and opting for clear, concise explanations, their research findings become accessible to a broader readership, increasing the potential for the work to be remembered and cited. In summary, the power of simplicity in communication cannot be understated. Using plain language and straightforward sentences enhances understanding and consequently the memorability of your message across various contexts and audiences. The second strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to tell stories. Human memory is often more receptive to stories than raw facts or statistics. Incorporating anecdotes and narratives into your communication can be a powerful tool, making your message more relatable and highly engaging. Consider a motivational speaker addressing an audience. Instead of simply listing inspirational quotes and statistics about success, the speaker shares a personal story of overcoming adversity and achieving their goals. This narrative draws the audience into a journey, allowing them to connect emotionally and inspiring them to take action. In marketing, companies often use storytelling to connect with customers and consumers rather than bombarding customers with product specifications and features. Effective advertisements often weave a narrative around how the product solves a real-life problem. This approach engages customers personally, making the product more memorable and appealing. Likewise, teachers can use stories in educational settings to make complex subjects more accessible. For instance, a science teacher can explain the concept of photosynthesis by narrating the journey of a tiny seed growing into a towering tree, illustrating the process through storytelling. In summary, stories can transform abstract information into tangible experiences, making them easier to remember and resonate with. By incorporating anecdotes and narratives into your communication, you can capture your audience's attention, create a more lasting impact, and ensure that your message lingers in their memories. The third strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to use visuals. Incorporating visual aids, including charts, graphs, images, or slides into your communication can significantly elevate effectiveness and memorability. Visuals serve as powerful tools that facilitate information processing and retention. For instance, in a business presentation, a well-designed chart can succinctly convey complex data trends, making it easier for the audience to grasp the key insights. In visualization and visual representation enhances comprehension and leaves a lasting impression, ensuring that the data is remembered long after the presentation. In education, teachers often use visuals to enhance learning. A teacher explaining geography may display maps and images, allowing students to visualize and better understand geographical concepts. These visual aids engage students and aid in memory recall during assessments. In marketing and advertising, eye-catching visuals play a crucial role. A well-crafted ad campaign featuring striking images or videos can leave a profound imprint on consumers' minds. These visuals create an emotional connection with the product or brand, making it more memorable, increasing the likelihood of purchase. In summary, visual aids are potent tools to enhance communication by making information more digestible and memorable. Whether in business, education, or marketing, effective visuals can captivate the audience's attention and facilitate better retention of key messages or data points. The fourth strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to repeat key points. Reiterating essential information or key messages is a convincing technique to fortify their retention in your audience memory. Repetition stands as a reliable tool for enhancing memory retention. Consider a public speaker addressing a large audience. To emphasize the central theme of their speech, They may strategically repeat the core message at key moments throughout their talk. This repetition helps anchor the message in the listener's minds, ensuring it lingers in their memory even after the speech concludes. In marketing, businesses frequently employ repetition as a branding strategy. They repeat their brand name, slogan, or jingle across various advertisements and platforms to ensure it becomes deeply ingrained in consumers' memories. This consistent repetition reinforces brand awareness and recognition. Likewise, teachers may use repetition in educational settings to reinforce crucial concepts. For instance, they may incorporate regular reviews and quizzes to repeat and consolidate students' understanding when introducing new vocabulary words. In essence, repetition acts as a mnemonic device, reinforcing important information and making it more likely to be retained in memory. Whether in public speaking, branding, or education, strategic repetition can significantly enhance the memorability and effectiveness of your communication. The fifth strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to engage emotions. Emotions wield considerable influence over the process of memory formation. To enhance your message's memorability, strive to establish an emotional connection with your audience by incorporating stories, humor, or relatable examples. For instance, during a charitable fundraising event, a speaker can share a poignant story about a person whose life was transformed by the organization's work. The emotional resonance of this narrative can inspire a stronger connection with the cause, leading attendees to remember and support it. In marketing, advertisements often use humor to evoke positive emotions and create memorable brand associations. A funny commercial can leave a lasting impression, making consumers more likely to recall the brand and its message. In an educational context, a teacher can engage students by sharing relatable examples, connecting the subject matter to their lives. These real-world connections tap into students' emotions and experiences, making the content more memorable and meaningful. In summary, emotional engagement is a potent tool for memory enhancement. By appealing to your audience emotions through storytelling, humor, or relatable examples, you not only create a more engaging experience, but also increase the likelihood that your message will be retained and remembered long after the communication has concluded. The sixth strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to create mnemonics. Mnemonics serve as a valuable memory enhancing tools, employing devices like acronyms or rhythms to simplify the retention of information. For example, the mnemonic Roy G. Beav aids individuals in recalling the sequence of colors in a rainbow. In music, aspiring musicians use mnemonics to remember the order of musical notes. The mnemonics, every good boy does fine, represents the notes on the lines of the treble clef, facilitating quick note identification. In mathematics, the order of operations can be memorized using the acronym PEMDAS, which stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. This helps students perform calculations correctly by following the prescribed sequence. Similarly, in medical training, the acronym ABCD is employed to remember the steps of assessing a patient's condition in an emergency. It stands for airways, breathing, circulation, disability, and exposure, providing a structured approach to patient evaluation. In essence, mnemonics offer a practical and memorable way to retain complex or sequential information, whether in music, mathematics, medicine, or various other fields. These memory aids simplify recalling important details and sequence. The seventh strategy to help your communication be more memorable is using analogies and metaphors. Analogies and metaphors serve potent tools for simplifying intricate concepts, rendering them more accessible and memorable. These linguistic devices generate mental imagery that aids in comprehension and retention. Consider a physics teacher explaining the concept of electrical circuits to students. By comparing the flow of electricity to the movement of water through pipes, the teacher employs an analogy that helps students visualize and understand the abstract notion of electrical currents. In business and leadership, an effective manager may use the metaphor of a ship sailing through rough waters to illustrate team challenges. This metaphor vividly conveys navigating difficulties and fosters a shared understanding among team members. Likewise, in healthcare, a doctor might use the analogy of the human body as a complex machine with various systems to explain a patient's health condition. This comparison simplifies the medical terminology and makes it more digestible for the patient. In essence, analogies and metaphors transform complex ideas into relatable mental images, facilitating better understanding and retention. Whether in education, leadership, or healthcare, these linguistic tools enhance communication by making abstract concepts more tangible and memorable. The eighth step to help your communication be more memorable is to ask questions. Capture your audience attention by posing questions pertinent to your message. Encourage active thought and participation, a technique that can enhance the memorability of the information you convey. A teacher may ask thought-provoking questions related to the lesson's subject matter in a classroom setting. This prompts students to actively engage with the material, think critically, and retain the information more effectively. During a business presentation, a speaker can initiate a dialogue with the audience by asking questions that stimulate reflection. This keeps an audience engaged, fosters a deeper understanding of the subject matter. In a marketing context, surveys and quizzes can engage consumers and gather valuable feedback. Companies can create memorable interactions with their target audience by posing questions that encourage participation. In summary, incorporating questions into your communication promotes engagement and stimulates cognitive processes that aid in information retention. Whether in education, public speaking, or marketing, this approach encourages active involvement and makes the information more likely to be remembered. The ninth strategy to help your communication be memorable is to provide a call to action. When your communication entails a particular action or decision, it is imperative to articulate it clearly and explicitly. People who are more inclined to remember and act upon information when they precisely understood what is required of them. For instance, a manager may need to delegate tasks to team members in a workplace context. To ensure a smooth workflow, the manager should communicate the specific assignments, deadlines, and expectations. This clarity empowers employees to remember their responsibilities and execute them effectively. In the realm of public safety, clear communication is paramount. For instance, clear instructions about evacuation routes and assembly points are essential during a fire drill. People are likelier to remember and follow these directions when they are straightforward and well communicated. Similarly, a call to action, CTA, is a powerful tool to prompt consumer behavior in marketing. An online advertisement stating "click here to buy now" is more likely to drive sales because it leaves no ambiguity about the desired action. In summary, clear and explicit communication of actions and expectations enhances comprehension, retention, and subsequent action. Whether in the workplace, safety protocols, or marketing campaigns, clarity and communication ensures that people not only remember but also act on the information provided. The 10th strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to practice and rehash. Thorough preparation and diligent rehearsal of your communication are essential steps in ensuring that your delivery is not only confident but also memorable and compelling. Being well prepared and intimately familiar with your content significantly enhances the impact of your message. For instance, a public speaker who has meticulously researched their topic and rehashed their speech is better equipped to deliver a compelling and memorable presentation. Their confidence in their knowledge and delivery style engages the audience and leaves a lasting impression. In the corporate world, a well-prepared salesperson or negotiator who has thoroughly reviewed their proposal and anticipated questions or objections is more likely to secure a successful deal. Their preparedness allows them to respond confidently and persuasively, making their pitch memorable to potential clients or partners. In educational settings, teachers who have carefully planned and practiced their lessons can deliver engaging and memorable instruction. Their familiarity with the material enables them to adapt to students' needs, fostering a dynamic and effective learning environment. In conclusion, thorough preparation and rehearsal are fundamental to effective communication, whether in public speaking, business negotiations, or education. The confidence and fluency that come from being well prepared significantly enhance the memorability and impact of your message. The last but one strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to use repetition and summarization. Concise summarization of your central points at both the outset and conclusion of your communication is a powerful technique for reinforcing critical takeaways with your audience. This strategic approach aids in enhancing memorability and ensuring that your main message are firmly grasped. Consider a business presentation where the speaker begins by outlining the key objectives and then concludes by summarizing the achieved milestones and future action steps. This framing technique reinforces the main points and provides a clear structure for the audience to follow. In educational settings, teachers often use this approach to highlight a lesson's core concepts. They may commence the class with a brief overview of what will be covered and conclude by recapping the key learnings. This repetition aids students in relating essential information. Similarly, in written communication, such as reports or articles, an introductory summary and a concluding recap underscore the main arguments or findings, making them more memorable for the reader. In summary, summarizing key points at the beginning and end of your communication is an effective mnemonic device, reinforcing the central messages and enhancing overall comprehension and retention. Whether in presentations, education, or written content, this technique helps ensure that your audience leaves with a clear understanding of your main takeaways. The final strategy to help your communication be more memorable is to follow up. Following your initial communication, sending a follow-up message or summary is beneficial to strengthen the retention of your shared information. Recognizing that crafting memorable communication extends beyond the content itself is essential. Your tone, body language, and enthusiasm all leave a lasting impression. Adapting your approach to suit your specific audience and consistently practicing these techniques is vital in enhancing your capacity to deliver memorable and impactful messages. For example, in a sales context, a salesperson might send a follow-up email to a potential client summarizing the key benefits of their product or service after an initial pitch This reinforces the value proposition and increases the likelihood of a positive response. In public speaking, a speaker's enthusiasm and engaging body language can significantly enhance the memorability of their message. A charismatic and a passionate delivery style captures the audience's attention and leaves a strong impression. In customer service, a representative's tone and approach when addressing a customer issue can determine the customer's perception of the company. A polite and empathetic tone and a prompt resolution can make the interaction memorable for its positive impact. In conclusion, effective communication involves what is said and how it is conveyed. By tailoring your approach, practicing consistently, and reinforcing your messages through follow-up or recap, you can leave a memorable and lasting impact on your audience. Whether in sales, public speaking, customer service, or other contexts, the ability to make your communication memorable is a valuable skill that can significantly impact your personal and professional interactions. Whether you are delivering a presentation, having a conversation, or crafting a written message, employing effective strategies can leave a lasting impression on your audience. Clear and concise language, storytelling, visuals, and repetition enhance memorability. Engaging emotions using analogies, metaphors, and mnemonics, and encouraging participation further solidify your message in the minds of your listeners or readers. However, it is not just about the content. Your delivery and confidence also play a crucial role. Follow up and reinforce. Ensure that your message continues to resonate. By consistently applying these techniques and adapting them to your specific audience, you can make your communication memorable and impactful, ultimately fostering more robust connections and achieving your communication objectives with tremendous success. This is Dr. Meshach Masasekani, Kosa, Director of Fresh Thinking School of Communication. We thank you. Thank you.